Though it looks like Diddy will fall from fame, there are rumors that Oprah, not Jay-Z, could also go down with him. There have been rumors for years that Oprah isn't as good-natured as she seems, that there's something darker going on behind her public image. Now, this could also be the end of her. New pictures and sounds of Oprah at one of Diddy's famous parties have come out, stirring up fans and making people even more angry. Could this proof be the thing that finally ends Oprah's career? Here we look at the shocking new party video of Diddy and Oprah and talk about how it changes everything. There have been rumors for years that Oprah and Diddy have been friends for a long time. Some people have even thought that Oprah might have known about or been involved with Diddy's claimed wrongdoing. But there isn't any solid information to back up these claims right now. To make things even more complicated, there are rumors that Oprah has been buying illegal video from Diddy's famous parties and selling it to important people in Hollywood, the music business, and even politics. Based on these claims, she is a major player in Diddy's shady business. Diddy and Oprah have been friends since the early 2000s, and the two often go to high-profile events together. They respect each other, with Oprah praising Diddy's drive to be an entrepreneur and Diddy seeing Oprah as a mentor and influence. There have been more and more rumors about Oprah's role, but she hasn't said anything about it. Her team has also refused to say anything, which has added to the rumors. The stories have spread because no one has responded. So far, there is no solid proof that Oprah is connected to Diddy's problems. There is a lot of evidence that they were friends, but no proof that Oprah had anything to do with Diddy's claimed wrongdoings. There is no doubt that Oprah has had a huge effect on the entertainment business as a media mogul, talk show host, producer, and charity. She is best known for being the host of the famous Oprah Winfrey Show for 25 years. And got the most viewers of any talk show in US TV history. It talked about a lot of different things, from social problems to personal growth. Due to the scandals, Oprah seems like the perfect person to either expose Diddy or help him. However, her quiet has made many people wonder where she stands. Now, what's the connection between these two big stars? What do you think it will do to Oprah? These two famous people have been friends for a very long time. They are now two of the most well-known people in showbiz and the media. Their friendship became public for the first time at the Time 100 Gala in 2003, when they were seen smiling together in a picture. This set the tone for their lasting friendship. Since then, they've been seen together at big events like the Met Gala, the Grammys, and Oprah's well-known charity events. They respect and admire each other, which makes their friendship strong. Oprah has praised Diddy for his drive to be an entrepreneur and his work with charity. Diddy, in turn, has called Oprah a major mentor and model. Diddy talked about how much he admires Oprah in a 2014 interview with CNN. He said, "She's been a huge influence on me. She taught me a lot about helping others." Both are very dedicated to helping others, especially with schooling and giving people power. For example, Diddy gave $1 million to the Children's Hope Foundation in 2011. Oprah also supports this cause. They've also worked together on a number of charity events, such as the A Night to Benefit Gala in 2012, which raised money for the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. In addition to giving to charity together, Diddy and Oprah have also looked into business opportunities together. In 2012, Oprah's own network teamed up with Diddy's Revolt TV to make exclusive material. The goal was to promote diverse stories and help up-and-coming artists. Over the years, their many public appearances have made their bond stronger. In 2013, Diddy had a great time when she sat down with Oprah for her Next Chapter series. He talked about his life, job, and doing good things for other people during the interview. And Oprah's serious questions made Diddy think about business, family, and his own growth. This honest talk showed how much they trust and care for each other. Diddy sparked interest by not giving clear details about where the name Puff Daddy came from in a more personal interview for Oprah's magazine O in 2006. When Oprah asked him about it, he just said, "It's a nickname someone gave me." When she asked for more information, he became very quiet. When Oprah saw that he was hesitating, she went on without a fuss. Many people thought this showed how well she understood him. The way they interacted that day showed how close they were as friends, with Oprah quickly picking up on Diddy's reluctance. When Diddy turned 46 in 2015, Oprah and she threw a big party for him. She was one of the famous people who came to his party and hung out with Jay-Z and Kanye West. Oprah and Diddy have a lot of friends in common, and the party showed that. In 2019, a few years later, they met again at the Met Gala. As they posed for pictures together on the red carpet, their warm smiles and easy chemistry were clear. This made their close relationship even stronger and solidified their standing as one of the most lasting ties in Hollywood. These public events not only show how close they are as friends, but also show what they have in common, like values and hobbies. Their friendship is very close, with deep conversations and fun get-togethers. This makes people wonder how much Oprah knew about Diddy's problems and if she was involved in any way. So, what are the accusations against Diddy? What does Oprah have to do with this? What's going on in the law world? Diddy is a big name in the music business, and the accusations against him have made the case very public and controversial. There have been claims of abuse, manipulation, and other wrongdoing, which has caused waves in the entertainment world. In the past few months, several women have come forward to say that Diddy did many bad things, such as controlling their emotions and forcing them to do things. There are claims that go back more than 20 years, with some going back to the early 2000s. Many of the people who accuse Diddy were budding artists or models who say he took advantage of them with his power and fame. The FBI and LAPD have both been interviewing people and gathering evidence as part of the investigation, but at first no official charges were brought. Through his lawyers, Diddy has strongly rejected these claims, saying they are not true. Driving them are money and fame. However, new information has changed the case. Diddy was caught and charged with multiple counts of trafficking in September 2024. This was a big turning point in the investigation. The accusation, which was made public in Manhattan, says that he was in charge of a trafficking operation from 2008 to 2024 that exploited people by forcing them to work for them and abusing them. Several people are said to have testified in front of a grand jury, giving important evidence to back the case. The indictment says that Diddy's huge business empire was used to make this possible, with some workers helping to set up his travel, accommodations, and other logistics for his actions. As the probe goes on, the police are asking more possible victims to come forward. Diddy could get in a lot of trouble if he is found guilty, including being locked up for life. Many people in the entertainment business are worried about these accusations, which has led to calls for more accountability and stronger protections to stop people who are weak from being exploited. What do people on the web say about this? What kinds of crazy ideas are being spread about Diddy's relationship with Oprah? Let's look into that. There are rumors and theories online. With the rise of social media, people can connect with each other and share knowledge in new ways. However, sites like TikTok have also become hubs for rumors and theories. There are a lot of ideas, false information, and accusations about Diddy and Oprah Winfrey online because of the trouble they are in. What all of this talk is about is Diddy's current court case. A lot of TikTok users have made videos claiming that Oprah is covering Diddy in some way by saying that she's using her power to keep him from being held responsible. There isn't much evidence to back up these claims, but they've gotten millions of views and sparked heated debates. A common conspiracy theory says that Oprah has used her media power to silence Diddy's critics and change people's minds about him. Some even say that she has pushed his business and music while ignoring or downplaying the claims against him. Another idea going around online is that Oprah's charitable work has been used to buy the silence of Diddy's claimed victims. This idea has caught on social media, even though there isn't any solid evidence to support it. The fact that Oprah has been linked to these people in the past has also fed these rumors. With shady people like Harvey Weinstein and Bill Cosby, which makes people question her reasoning and her role in these cases. It's still not clear if these claims are true. This is because social media often spreads ideas, which creates a snowball effect that makes it hard to tell the difference between fact and fiction. This can lead to bad things like hurting identities and taking attention away from real problems. The reports have been going around, but Oprah's team hasn't said anything about it. People have thought that her quiet is a sign of guilt, which has led to even more rumors online. What does Oprah really have to do with these controversial people? Could this have helped her get ahead? How about we take a better look? The controversial people Oprah hangs out with. People have long looked up to Oprah Winfrey as an inspiring and important person. But her past relationships with troubled Hollywood stars have drawn attention to her and made people doubt her judgment. Oprah had a lot of connections with Harvey Weinstein, the disgraced film director who was found guilty of horrible crimes against women. They worked together and were close friends. Weinstein's company made shows for Oprah's Oxygen network. Oprah once gave Weinstein public praise, calling him a friend and thanking him for helping her with her projects. But when the accusations against Weinstein came out in 2017, Oprah's original silence was very strange. This silence has been compared to how quiet she is now during Diddy's scandal. Some people said Oprah was more loyal to her ties because she took so long to respond to Weinstein's misconduct, rather than being responsible for them. Even though she finally spoke out against Weinstein and supported his victims, many people thought her words were fake because she had been friends with him for a long time. The link between Oprah and Bill Cosby, another once revered Hollywood star, has also been questioned. They were friends and worked together on different projects. Cosby also appeared on Oprah's show several times. Even as more accusations were made against Cosby, Oprah didn't say a word until he was found guilty in 2018. Many people thought it was too little, too late when she finally spoke out against Cosby's deeds. Questions have also been asked about her relationships with other controversial people, such as Michael Jackson and author James Frey. At the time, these connections may not have seemed dangerous, but they've been looked at again after later scandals. People quickly turned against Oprah because she was linked to these people and said she shouldn't use her fame to speak out against them. Some people aren't sure if Oprah really is a champion of women's rights and social justice after this. When people said bad things about Oprah, she admitted it and promised to do better in the future. In a statement, she said she was sorry for what she did and promised to help survivors. She even spent an episode of her Super Soul Sunday show talking about misbehavior and standing up for people who have been hurt by it. For example, Oprah's actions after these scandals have been very important. She has become a vocal backer of the Me Too movement and uses her fame to give survivors a voice. In addition, she has worked with groups that work to stop harassment and attack. But not everyone is persuaded by her changes. Some people say that Oprah is using the Me Too movement to fix her image, while others say that her actions, even though she meant well, haven't gone far enough given how powerful she is. Her past relationships with these troubled Hollywood stars have hurt her image and caused people to argue about what role she played in these cases. Even though she hasn't always handled these problems perfectly, she has made it clear that she wants to learn and improve. What does this have to do with these controversial people? And how has Oprah dealt with all the rumors? More people are interested in Oprah's past with these people, even though they seemed innocent at the time. This is because their downfalls have become public. Because of her ties with them, some people doubt her judgment and wonder if there was more going on. One of the most interesting things about Oprah's friendships is that she can become close with powerful people in many different fields. For example, her long-term friendship with Diddy is clear from the many public events and charitable work they have done together over the years. Their relationship seems real, but it has recently been called into question. People on social media have talked about how Oprah is connected to Diddy's continued legal problems. Some people say she used her power to keep him from getting in trouble, similar to how she was close to Bill Cosby and Harvey Weinstein in the past. These online claims are based on what Oprah did or didn't do in the past. People compare her original silence during the Weinstein scandal to her support for Diddy, because she stayed friends with Cosby, even as the evidence against him grew. Some people think that Oprah's relationships are a pattern, which means that her impact has helped Diddy avoid attention. But it's important to think carefully about whether these claims are true. In hindsight, Oprah may not have been smart to have ties to Weinstein and Cosby, but there is no strong evidence linking her to Diddy's alleged misconduct. It is very important to tell the difference between guilt by association and real involvement. Also, Oprah's charitable work and commitment to giving power to underprivileged groups cannot be ignored. She has made a lot of good changes by using her fame to start important conversations and help people who need it. We can recognize Oprah's mistakes while also recognizing the good things she has done. When you look at the connections between her old friendships and her relationship with Diddy, you find a complicated web of connections and ideas. Online theories are becoming more popular, but it's important to think carefully about these claims. We can learn more about the complicated relationships between celebrities and the effects of online rumors if we can tell the difference between fact and fantasy and look at things from different points of view. For years, rumors have been going around that Oprah might not be as real as she seems. Some people think there's a darker side to her than meets the eye. This moment might be the start of a new path for her. We should look into why some people think Oprah isn't really what she seems to be. Besides any big accusations, she has been called a bully, which goes against her public image of being nice. A resurfaced interview with the Olsen twins caused a lot of debate because it showed how nosy and uncaring she was, especially with two young teens. Mary-Kate Olsen said in the interview, "Yeah, people are going to write what they want to write. There are good and bad things that happen all the time, so we try not to read them. People will write whatever they want about you because you're either too fat or too skinny." Later that year, Mary-Kate went to get help for an eating problem. When asked certain questions, both she and Ashley had awkward looks on their faces, which made the situation even worse. At that point, Oprah's laughter seemed out of place and tone deaf. Then there's Monique, the actor who says Tyler Perry and Oprah have put her on a blacklist in the business. Her claims have gained support, especially since Perry admitted that she helped make sure she didn't get the job. In addition, Monique said that Oprah took parts that were first offered to her. However, the real problem started when Oprah brought Monique's violent brother, who they had grown apart from, on her show without first talking to her about it. When Monique found out about his appearance, it was during the taping. She felt very cheated. Monique talked about what she thought about Oprah's acts and said, "See, this is why I don't like Oprah Winfrey. It will stay there until that woman says, 'Let me say sorry to you in public.' That will last until the day I die. Because what you did was bad and on purpose." She would tell Oprah, "You know what you need to do if she were there. Get out from behind what you call negative comments. People are becoming more aware of the real you." To this, Oprah replied, "If you think I did something wrong, I'm sorry." "Because you shouldn't say sorry just because someone else thinks you should," Monique responded. "It's about how you feel." Monique said that Oprah seemed like Mother Earth and said, "If you think I did something wrong, Oprah, you did something wrong. You put my parents on your show on purpose and with bad intentions without telling me. Did you do that for ratings? That made me think you took advantage of the situation." In addition, she talked about other actors who were there that night, such as Regina King and Angela Bassett, to stress that there are tough sisters in the business. Oprah's link to Harvey Weinstein is one of the most worrisome things about this situation. People have said that she speaks out for women who have been sexually assaulted, but many have pointed out that she worked with Weinstein for years without ever saying anything. It's tough to believe she didn't see anything. And when they talked about it, she didn't directly address him. There was a turning point in the situation, but she didn't directly call him out. Instead, she talked about it in a wider way. Seal, the singer, said that Oprah had been a part of the problem for years but was now trying to look like a saint. 3 days after Oprah spoke out in support of sexual assault victims because of the many accusations against Harvey Weinstein, Seal shared an Instagram meme of Winfrey kissing the shamed businessman. The meme said, "When everyone thinks you are the solution after being a part of the problem for decades," he wrote the post's title. "I forgot about that, that's right. You had heard reports that he was assaulting young actresses with starry eyes, but you didn't know it for sure. Sorry." Meanwhile, Weinstein keeps saying that he is innocent, but Seal and Oprah haven't said anything else. Now is the time for everyone to wake up to these problems. To Rose McGowan, one of the first people to speak out against Weinstein was an actor, who also said bad things about Oprah. She said she was fake and abandoned victims of sexual abuse. Rose recently went on Twitter to talk about Oprah's past relationships with controversial people. She wrote that from being friends with Harvey Weinstein to leaving Russell Simmons victims and hurting them, she is about using a sick power structure for her own gain. She's a total fake. To review, at least 15 women have said that music artist Russell Simmons raped them. It seems that Oprah and the creators of a documentary about these stories did not agree on the project, so she pulled out of it last year. Oprah has said that when she was friends with Harvey Weinstein, she didn't know about all the accusations against him. All she knew was that he was known to be mean. Now, you may remember that Diddy and Kevin Hart are old friends. Kevin Hart is also very close to Oprah and Tyler Perry. He once said that Oprah loves him more than anyone else in the world. This shows how close their friends and family are. Hart was even in that video that became popular when Diddy made fun of them fighting over milk ice. One of the most troubling parts for me is when Justin Bieber sings. Do you remember the part with Kevin Hart? Hart first says that he would wake up next to Bieber, but then quickly changes his mind and says, "We would fight over the frosted flakes." That statement made even Kevin Hart feel bad, since it meant he was admitting to sleeping next to a child. It's tiring to hear these stories being laughed off while everyone else does. It should be taken seriously, but we act like it's a game. It is important to make rules. Don't joke around about where people will sleep, especially when they are young. Do not get too close to the bed. Some people think it's strange that Kevin Hart shut down his restaurants just a few days before Diddy was arrested. Some people have tried to dismiss this idea, but it's clear there's more to it when you look at their past. Hey Kevin Hart, why are all of your restaurants closing down at the same time that Diddy is in trouble? For those who don't know, Kevin just recently closed all 4 of his vegan businesses in California. They had only been open for 2 years. They did pretty well. Kim Kardashian even tweeted about how great his veggie burgers were. What does any of this have to do with Diddy though? Also, why do you two look so sweaty in that video? Fair enough, some very careful fact checkers have said that this is not likely since Diddy was arrested on the 16th and Kevin stopped his restaurants on the 11th. Wait, Diddy moved back to New York 11 days before the 16th. He must have known that federal agents were going to arrest him. Since he and Kevin are such good friends, it seems likely that he told Kevin what was going to happen. Going to a Diddy event is not against the law, but he has been sued several times in civil cases for supposedly hosting parties where sexual misconduct happened. There are some things I will not talk about and things I cannot say. Now, the big question is whether people who have been to the event before, like Ashton Kutcher, Demi Moore, Kelly Osbourne, Justin Bieber, and Usher, could be questioned by federal agents. I mean, I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year, and a lot of weird things happened. I think people who have been to one of his parties over the years should be a little worried. Diddy's powerful and rich friends might want to get their lawyers ready. The government could show up. Over the weekend, all of Usher's tweets disappeared, which made some people think it might have something to do with Diddy. Nihar Raman, a former federal investigator, has already said that people close to Diddy are probably talking to their lawyers right now. More and more people are being tied to Diddy's actions. Now the attention is on finding the people who helped, those who were hurt, and those who did nothing. There are probably a lot of people in Hollywood who are scared about which song parties they went to and what might have been going on. That doesn't mean they did anything directly related to what the U.S. Attorney's Office says. While they were at the party, even if they didn't know about the freak-off sex party going on in another room, the attorney's office will probably want to talk to them. You can expect a call if you were there or especially if you were a part of it. They'll want to know everything, and they may even ask you to come forward and talk. We seem to be just beginning to learn more about how big this case is and who it might affect. The FBI has already said that this is still an ongoing investigation, which means that Diddy and maybe even other people related to him could face more charges. When they find more people who were involved or saw what happened, they usually bring them in and put pressure on them. That's how things usually work with us, or you might get charged. It looks like this case will go on for a while, and the hearing probably won't start until next year. Oprah has stayed out of this for now, but how long will that last? Since Kevin Hart has already been brought up, could Oprah's lies also come out? Feel free to share your ideas below, and don't forget to click the bell to get news. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.